Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms, and it's been a long time since I got in front of this camera. It's been a week. It's been a week. No, I guess it's in retrospect, it hasn't been that long of a time. I did do that live reaction with Adam for the Godzilla movie. We did that live review, which I was completely out of it for that review. I've been sick all week, guys. So yeah, this is the first time. I've been wanting to get in front of the camera all week. I really have. I've been wanting to get in front of the camera all week, and I just haven't had time to do it. I've been sick. Like, my whole routine for this week was this, right? Like, I'm trying to pull up this thing and it's not pulling up. Hold on a second here. Okay, here we go. All right. So this was my whole routine this past week, and I'll kind of go over what I've been doing because I still been posting videos all week. And in the video, that might not look like I was really sick, but I was, because I would have to record, stop, and then edit it to make it look like it was all one thing. So Wednesday, Thursday, I noticed that, like, my work partner's been sick, Autumn's been sick, and I've been sick. Wednesday, Thursday, I mean, I had a bad sore throat on both sides of my throat, and then my neck was real swollen right here, and it felt like somebody just punched me right there. And oh, we got a super chat coming right out, man. Holy crap. What's up, Coney the Pony? Dude, fucking love your fucking name, dude. Coney the Pony. Sorry work sucks, dude. Hope it gets better. Thank you for the super chat donation, Coney the Pony. Just reading your name aloud, Coney the Pony, was definitely worth it, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. But yeah, so it felt like someone like punched me. That's how bad my neck felt on the outside. So get this shit, and I did that video like the worst 2 weeks ever. It kind of leaked into 3 now. It's like almost like 3 weeks now. And and what happened was I had this real bad sore throat. So what I was doing was I was sitting there doing Listerine and sucking on like lozenges and taking vitamin C and all this stuff. And days went by and it wasn't getting better. And I was so drained. My throat was killing me. And then around Sunday, the left side started to stop hurting, but the right side was still hurting. So my whole thing was, when I got home, I took a shower and I went right to bed from work. Like, as soon as I got home from work, usually like I would like, oh, I want to go live stream. I'm like, nah, I'm going to bed. So I went to bed. I had my tablet above my headboard. I watched a little bit of The Flash, and then I fall asleep in the middle of The Flash. And then I wake up, pop some vitamin C, get some hot tea, and then I would attempt to try to do videos, and then I would edit it to make it look like I'm not completely like lost my mind because of the way I was talking. So yesterday it wasn't getting any better, and I started gargling with salt water. So this morning I came home, I filmed that Godzilla video, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the clinic. And I hate doctors. So I went to the clinic, and my insurance didn't pay for everything, so I had to do a $75 copay. And I get in there, and the guy says, so what's the problem, Rob? And I'm like, well, I had this sore throat. I've been gargling with salt water. I work in a cooler all day, so I got the cold air. I've been taking vitamin C and doing this and all that. He's like, okay. He's like, let me take a look at it. He's like, open up wide. He goes in with the scope. He's like, well, it doesn't look like it's that swollen. It looks like it's gotten better. He's like, would you like us to do the Q-tip, the swab, send it away to our laboratory and get a test to see if you have strep throat? I'm like, well, how much is that? He's like, it's about $125. I was like, I ain't got $125, man. If you what I had with the whole fucking car problem, I didn't have $125. I was like, no, I really don't have that money right now. He's like, okay, so I'm gonna prescribe you some lozenges, right? And I'm gonna prescribe these to you, and you just take these, and that's about it. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean that's it? Right? He's like, well, with bad throat infections and whatnot, you kind of got to let it run its course. There's real no cure for it. You just kind of let it run its course. And with you going in and out of the cold cooler all day, it's not helping. And he's like, sometimes these sore throats last up to 2 weeks. I'm like, what? So he's like, well, you have a good day. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I just spent 75 hours, right? As I went up to him, I'm like, you gonna give me some antibiotic or something? He's like, no, antibiotics won't work on it. Antibiotics doesn't work on viruses. So I'm like, motherfucker, I just paid 75 hours for this motherfucker to tell me to continue using salt water like I've been doing and prescribe me over-the-counter lozenges. Lozenges, whatever the fuck these things are, right? I literally paid 75 hours for this guy to tell me, just keep doing what you're doing and let it run its course. What kind of fucking doctor are you, son? Jesus. Cosmic Chat comes in with a super chat. Have you seen the 30-second Far From Home trailer? It seems Tony left a portable lab for Peter to make his suits. Also gave him the AR. So I seen yesterday there was a mini spot, but I didn't watch it. Only because I checked to see if anybody else was doing reactions to it, and I didn't see any other big channels doing reactions to it. So I figured it wasn't really anything that important. But I did see a lot of people going around with him and the Tony glasses. But we saw him with Tony's glasses in the last trailer. So, look, man, I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I don't want to be a corpse, but like I said, people like this version of Spider-Man. That's absolutely fine. You guys are more welcome. Just like I try to tell these Godzilla fans, right? When I did that video today, people actually made it seem like I'm going out of my way to hurt them for being a Godzilla fan, which is not the case. Never once do I tell anybody, if you are a Godzilla fan, don't go see this movie, right? Never once did I say that. Look, if you like Godzilla and you are a fan of these movies, fine. You have every right to be a fan of whatever you want to be, and 1 second. But like I said, I'm gonna pop one of. Soon I'm gonna pop one of these in here. But like I said, I'm not telling you not to go see the movie. I'm just taking a topic and I'm talking on the topic. And like I said, it's not my Spider-Man. It's not my Spider-Man, okay? But I'm not telling you guys, if you're a fan of Spider-Man Homecoming, just go ahead and go see the movies. If you're a fan of Spider-Man Homecoming, if you're a fan of this Spider-Man, that's fine. I'm a huge fan of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Just as I feel like it's not fair for people to tell me that those movies suck, that is not their Spider-Man. It's not fair for me to say that to you. But it looks clear to me that they're just trying to replicate Iron Man with this Spider-Man. That Peter is no longer Peter. He's just Iron Peter. Like Iron Peter. Sounds like a fucking robotic cock. It's an Iron Peter. But no, it feels like he's mini Tony Stark. And that kind of, he's like Iron Lad. You know what I mean? That's not my Peter Parker. My Peter Parker was smart enough to come up with his own shit. My Peter Parker ran Parker Industries. You know, my Peter Parker was smart. My Peter Parker didn't need Tony Stark for everything. He was able to come up with answers to his own shit. You know, now I remember Peter Parker, you know, he defeated Venom by learning about the sound waves and whatnot. But now this Peter Parker, he would have to go ask Tony, like, Tony, I'm going to defeat this symbiote. You know, like, again, it's not my Peter Parker. But if you guys like him, that's fine. So to answer your question, Cosmic Chat, I did see the TV spot. I didn't actually watch it. I seen it was there. I clicked on it, or I didn't click on it. I seen it was there. So I know of it, but no one's really reacting to it. And I seen him with the glasses, and it just, to me, it just cements the idea that this is just an Iron Man passing of the torch. Iron Man is the new Uncle Ben. So yeah. Yeah, that's right. First reaction are all positive for Dark Phoenix. We got a super chat coming in from Spring Fox, and he says, first reaction, Dark Phoenix are all positive. Well, when does the embargo lift? When does the embargo lift? Because here's the thing. If people went and saw this movie and the embargo hasn't lifted yet, then that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. The movie comes out Thursday, right? And that embargo drops tomorrow, and we get all the reviews tomorrow on a Wednesday. That is never a good sign. Like, if the studio had confidence with this movie, then they would have released it, the embargo, a few days ago. Like you remember, like when like Marvel movies definitely does this all the time, where they would get positive feedback, let you do the social embargo, and then you can post whatever you want on social media. And then, like, when Civil War came out, like 2 weeks before the movie came out, like, they lifted the embargo and everybody's doing reviews on it. Disney and Marvel Studios is really known for that. And DC has done that with movies such as Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and even Shazam for that matter. But remember, when Justice League came out, the embargo didn't drop until like the day before. Whenever a movie's embargo doesn't drop till the day before or day of, that's usually a bad sign. I have no confidence in this movie, Spring Fox. 1 a.m. tonight. So that means that makes me kind of dubious, man. Because, so 1 a.m. tonight, that means Wednesday morning. So, yeah, I mean, hey, if nothing, that gives me a video topic for tomorrow. I already had like 2 video topics I wanted to do. Just now I can do another one. So, because there's people like fans sign a petition to bring Tony Stark back, like all kinds of crazy shit. But if the embargo does drop tonight, or lift anyway, then that gives me even more stuff to talk about tomorrow. So that's actually really good. My throat's feeling pretty good right now, man. I've been going around like the cooler. Oh, and Spring Fox, thank you for the super chat. Oh, Rich Reviews comes in with a super chat. Dude, I am so happy you brought that up, Rich Reviews. Have you seen Chernobyl miniseries on HBO? Literally, you have read my mind. I want to start watching it later on tonight. Originally, I had planned to come home because this morning when I went to the clinic, I wasn't feeling good. So I didn't think I was going to stream again tonight. I was like, I'm going to come home, go lay in the bed, and stream Chernobyl on HBO Now on my tablet. It was either going to be that or finish The Flash. I'm on episode 17 of the Flash, so I got a few episodes left. Hold on 1 second, guys. But it's something I definitely want to watch. And to be honest with you, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about this miniseries until this morning, right before I went to the clinic. I seen Jeremy Johns post a review on it, and I'm like, oh, dude, I fucking love like the history of Chernobyl. I didn't know HBO had a miniseries going on about this. So I was like, man, I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm gonna sit down and watch it. Cause I believe it's like 5 episodes. So I think it's like 5 hours. And if you guys haven't watched the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix, that's like 4 episodes, which is 4 hours. And it's really good too. Much better than that shitty ass Ted Bundy movie. But yeah, I heard a lot of good things about this, and I don't know if I'm gonna cover it on my channel. Okay, because only certain things on my channel actually, gets clicks. You know what I mean? It's like, if I had it my way, I'd be talking about fucking video games, Star Wars, fucking everything. But just not everybody watches my stuff unless it has like Avengers or DC and stuff like that. So what was I saying again? Okay. Oh yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna cover the Chernobyl thing in like a review after I get done watching it, but it's definitely something I want to watch. Like it's definitely on my radar because right now I'm finishing up the Flash, and then I want to jump into Supergirl. Then I want to watch Agents of Shield. But before that, I'm gonna watch Chernobyl. I want to watch Chernobyl, and I want to catch up and start watching True Detective as well. But I just don't think that that I can cover it on the channel. You know what I mean? That's why like a lot of movies I go see now, right? Like Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man, all this stuff. Like I go see and I don't cover it on the channel because it doesn't get any views. But this is definitely something I'm gonna check out. Like I really like Jeremy Jahns sold me, man. There's a few people out there, if they do something, it's like, oh, you sold me. You sold me in it. And Jeremy Jahns definitely, like HBO should be paying him a little bit of cheddar for promoting that, because if it wasn't for Jeremy Jahns, I might have stumbled upon it at some point, but no one I know is talking about it, right? Like Collider Live's not talking about it. Even on TV Talk. Well, I don't watch TV Talk anymore, but like usually Cougar would bring shit up on Collider Live, and he didn't bring it up. And if he did, I don't know, because I don't watch Collider Live all that much anymore either. But yeah, Jeremy Jahns definitely promoted that shit. So thank you so much, Richard Reviews, for your super chat. I appreciate it. Oh, Richard Reviews come back with another one. He came back with another super chat. Whoa, calm down, Rob. Calm down. I know you want to be entertaining and everything, but you got to calm down, man, because your throat is just now starting to get better. Start getting better. Rich Reviews comes in and writes, just finished filming reviews for Chernobyl and Deadwood the movie. Is Deadwood the movie up? Oh, we got another super chat coming in from Chris Warden. I'll get to you in a second, Chris Warden. And reviews are up tomorrow night. Hope you watch them. I will tell you what, Rich, send me a link on Twitter. I keep telling everybody, the best way for you guys to like send stuff for me, you want me to check out, watch, hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter and send me a link, and then I will watch it. I'll leave a comment. I like it. Stuff like that. You just please send me the link. Please send me the link. I don't know if I'm a subscriber of yours. I try to subscribe to everybody, like people like sub for sub. I try to do that. But I don't, sometimes I miss people. Just when you post your reviews, just go ahead, send me the link on Twitter. Twitter's the best way to get a hold of me. I try to contact everybody on Twitter. And yeah, so give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. I got all kinds of super chats coming. So Richie Rich, or why I call you Richie Rich? Rich Reviews. just tomorrow night, just go ahead and send me the link on Twitter, buddy. I'll get your back. Chris Warden comes in with a super chat. He writes, "Sup, Rob? Hope you're feeling better." I can talk. Got a little bit of a tingle here, a little bit of pinching, but between doing salt water, vitamin C, lozenges, ibuprofen up the ass. I mean, it's getting there. Only time is gonna heal it, but yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for sending the kind words, Chris Warden. He also writes, I personally really like all the Spider-Man movies Sony has done. Or I really like all the Spider-Man movies that Sony has done, except Spider-Man 3 in 2027, which sucked. And I got another super chat coming in from Morpheus Prime. He just writes, "Love the reviews, bro." Bro, I love you for sending in the super chat, and I love you for supporting the channel and watching the reviews. I love you, bro. Peace out, man. Sending love. Thanks, Morpheus. So honestly, like right up though, and by all means, I'm not defending Spider-Man 3. I remember seeing Spider-Man 1, I liked it. Spider-Man 2, I like it. I think Spider-Man 2 is I think it's very overrated. Much like I think The Dark Knight is very overrated. Not saying the movies aren't fine movies. I just watched Dark Knight about a month ago. Phenomenal movie. I just think fans put it on this pedestal, and it's not there. I think Batman Begins is just as good, if not better than Dark Knight. I think Spider-Man 1 is just as good, if not better than Spider-Man 2. Really, Doc Ock saves that movie. But by the end of the movie, everybody knows who the fuck Peter Parker is. It's like everybody on the train knows he's Spider-Man. Harry knows he's Spider-Man. MJ knows he's Spider-Man. But good movie, right? So I was very much looking forward to Spider-Man 3 because Venom has always been the villain that I gravitated toward as a child. And I was extremely let down. And then we heard what Spider-Man 4 was going to be like, the Vulturous and all this shit. And then they rebooted it. We got Amazing Spider-Man 1. Love, and I mean love, Amazing Spider-Man 1. I love that movie from top to bottom. I tear up every time at the end with Captain Stacy. I tear up when he goes to Gwen's house and he tells her that he can't be with her because he's trying to save her. I love that movie. God, I love that movie. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I love to death as well. Right? I love that movie. Yes, I do not like the whole Electro acting like this little crazy guy, you know. I don't like that cheesy crap right there, right? But I like everything else, right? That's what I think, right? People pick certain things and they judge the whole movie on that thing. Well, yes, I can pick that out in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and be like, look, I don't like that. But look at all this good stuff. Look at the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. Look at the cinematography. Look at the directing that Mark Webb is doing. Look at the special effects. Listen to the score that Hans Zimmer is doing in this. Amazing Spider-Man 2 has some of the best score I've heard. Hans Zimmer is just on the top of his game. Even now, I'll go back and listen to that score. I cannot watch that movie without crying like a baby at the end. I love those movies, right? Now, the thing with Spider-Man 3, yes, it's a bad movie, but do you know what makes it better? Do you know what makes Spider-Man 3 better? Venom. You go watch Venom, you'll have a better appreciation for Spider-Man 3. At least I do. I am a Spider-Man fan. As much as I hate Spider-Man Homecoming, I've seen it at least 3 or 4 times. Venom, I seen once. I saw it in theaters. I wanted to commit suicide afterwards, and I never seen it again. I never want to hear that movie again. Unfortunately, I will go see the sequel because, you know, as a fan, I got to at least go see it once. I can't criticize something unless I see it. But, man, Venom was... I can't believe I live in a world where Topher Grace had a better portrayal of Venom than Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy physically looked like Venom and Eddie Brock. Venom's looked good, right? Like he physically looked like the Venom. He was this giant hulking monster, and Eddie Brock was this big beefhead reporter, which, you know, Tom Hardy played well. But Topher Grace, you know, his Venom was more connected to the real Venom, right? Like his origin was more toward the comics, where in the comics he blames Pete or Spider-Man for everything. In the movie, Topher Grace blames Peter Parker for everything, and he wants Peter Parker dead. Where in the comics, Venom wants Spider-Man dead. But the way it happened in the church and everything, that is the origin of Venom. And what we got in the Venom movie was something I don't want to remember. I just keep seeing him jumping in a lobster tank, eating a live lobster. But, so after seeing Venom, I have a better appreciation to Spider-Man 3. Because as bad as Spider-Man 3 is, and it's bad, at least there's some, like I said with the Spider-Man 2, right? Let's not focus on the bad. Let's focus on the good, right? The score for Spider-Man 3 is pretty good. The Sandman's relationship with his daughter, the Sandman part of the movie was good. It should have been a complete Sandman movie. Comic chat, I'll give you 1 second, my friend. I see your super chat pop up. But it should have been a Sandman standalone story, and I thought that was good. And I thought Venom's story worked. The problem with that movie is they rushed in Harry as the Green Goblin. They put him on a fucking snowboard for some reason. And there was a lot wrong with that movie. But Venom gave me more of appreciation of Spider-Man 3 for sure. So thank you so very much, Chris Warden, for your super chat, my friend. And once again, big shout out to Morpheus Prime for his super chat. And then we got Cosmic Chat coming in saying, with a super chat, Campy has said today that Aquaman 2 is coming out the same day as Star Wars. Is that true? 100%. Is 100% true. Doesn't seem like a good idea for DC to compete against them. You are 150% right, Cosmic Hat. Comic chat. I'm sorry, I said Cosmic Chat. My voice is all still messed up. I'm trying to get back into the game, guys. But here's the thing, though, right? I believe Aquaman was there first, before DC or before Marvel decided they're going to release a Star Wars movie there, right? So, but here's the thing. Doesn't matter if Aquaman was there first or not. You cannot release Aquaman 2 next to Star Wars. Okay? This Chris, man, I told you, you need to come watch, man. You need to come over here and help me, man. You need to come see Dark Phoenix with us so we can all three talk about it. Hold on 1 second, guys. But so here's the thing, right? If you are DC, you absolutely positively have to move Aquaman 2. You cannot put it next to Star Wars for several reasons. One, it's Star Wars, and regardless of what Solo did, okay, Solo was a different thing entirely. Right, there's so many reasons why Solo didn't work. Okay, and I do stand on the hill that if Solo would have came out in December, Solo would have made a lot more money. I guarantee you, they would have had more time to market that movie, and that movie would have been able to make a lot of money if it would have came out in December. Why Bob Iger decided to release it in May is beyond me. Alfonso Bennett Jr. comes in with a super chat. He doesn't say anything, but he comes in with a super chat, so thank you. But if DC, Warner Brothers, has to move it. Because what Campia brought up, and he's 100% right, was remember a few years ago that BVS was supposed to come out the same time as Civil War. And Marvel was like, we're not moving. Right? Marvel's like, why? Why would we have to move? Right? And then what happened? BVS moved. And BVS underperformed. I actually like BVS, the Ultimate Cut. I like Batman v Superman in the Ultimate Cut. Not so much the theatrical cut. But the reason why they have to move Aquaman 2 is, one, I think Aquaman has already been established that it can make $1 billion. We already know this now. It's the first DCEU film to break $1 billion, so it's gonna make money. A lot of people really like that movie. I had problems with the movie, but it really grown on me. I really enjoy that movie. I think when I talk about, let's not talk about the negatives, let's focus on the positives. I think the special effects, even though it's kind of shoddy in some spots, and other spots looks great. The score is fantastic. I really like Jason Momoa and Amber Heard. So there's a lot of good things to like about that movie, and I can understand why people really gravitated toward that movie. But I think you can release Aquaman in mid-November and do great numbers. Like, you can literally, like, why compete with Star Wars? And I'm gonna tell you, this is not the fucking Star Wars movie you want to compete with. It's one thing to compete with something like Solo. This Star Wars movie is one you do not want to compete with because, A, Benioff and Weiss, regardless of all these crybabies with season 8 of Game of Thrones, going, oh, they messed up Game of Thrones. They did 7 seasons of fantastic work on Game of Thrones. I love season 8. A lot of people don't, but you can't discredit everything they've done just because you don't like one season. Benioff and Weiss is producing this thing, and they're doing Knights of the Old Republic. They are doing Old Republic, something fans have been screaming from the heavens that we want an Old Republic movie. So you're telling me that you're putting Aquaman 2 out on the same day as Star Wars The Old Republic, where we get to see the Sith army versus the Jedi army. I'm telling you, look, I unfortunately I work for a living, so I can't go see a movie each and every day, right? I get to go see movies on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays are new release days, okay? Aquaman and Star Wars, right now, they're both coming out on the 16th of December, 2022, right? Which is a Thursday. Guess which one I'm going to go see? It ain't going to be Aquaman. So if you're Warner Brothers, you have to move Aquaman. There's no reason why Aquaman can't do the same numbers in November. It can. Just move it like 3 or 4 weeks. Just move it 4 weeks. Instead of coming out on December 16th of 2022, come out November 16th, 2022. I don't know what comes out November 16th of 2022, unless it's another Fantastic Beasts movie. But there's no reason why you can't put Aquaman in November. I got to check and see what's coming out. But yeah, it's crazy that they have two movies coming out like that. It's crazy, but Chris writes, Warner Brothers, my throat. WB doesn't know what they're doing. Don't need another Batman trilogy that's not connected. Yeah, that Chris, that's a whole nother topic I got to talk about some other time, my friend. That really gets me really upset too. But to answer your question, Cosmic Chat, or why do I keep calling you Cosmic Chat? Comic Chat, I apologize, good sir. It's been a very long day and a very long 3 weeks of my life. This has been the most miserable 3 weeks of my life, guys. But, yeah, one of them is definitely going to move. I got my money saying Aquaman is going to move. Whether it moves to February or November, I think it would be smart to get in front of Star Wars. So I think it's smarter they go to November. I wouldn't be surprised we find out in a couple months that that's going to happen. We got Alfonso Bennett Jr. coming in with another super chat. Writes, Godzilla fought the Avengers and Superman. Hey, does somebody got a cookie? Fine. I'm sorry, man. I ain't got a cookie for you. I don't know what your statement means. Godzilla fought the Avengers and Superman. Like what, in the comic book? I don't read Godzilla comic books. You got to elaborate a little bit more, my friend. I have no idea what you mean. You just wrote Godzilla fought the Avengers and Superman. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means, Alfonso. But yeah, just okay. He fought Superman. He fought the Avengers, I guess. Okay, but you know what? His movie can't beat those. I love. I'm not talking about you, Alfonso. I'm just talking about people in general. I love how people saw my video earlier today and they automatically took it like I was attacking them. I was like, man, you just don't understand Godzilla movies. It's like, dude, they're monsters fighting each other. What's so hard to understand? It's like, and this one person I thought was hilarious in the comments. He wrote, your first mistake was expecting a plot in a monster movie. It's like, dude, it's a movie. I want a plot. I want there to be a storyline that makes sense. Not this stupid lady who's like, to save the Earth, we have to wake up all these monsters to destroy the Earth. It makes no sense whatsoever. It makes absolutely zero sense, guys. Zero sense. I was really very heavily influenced by alcohol, let's say, when I seen that movie. And even then, the plot made no sense, right? I was like, because I was actually looking really forward to this movie. And I loved how someone wrote in the comments today, like, he says he was looking forward to it, but when he saw the trailer, he said he's not looking forward to it. Like, my opinion can't change from seeing the trailer to when the movie comes out. It's like, yeah, the trailers look bad. And guess what? I was justified because the movie was bad. But I was looking forward to it that week because, like I said, I had the whole problem with my car, with my car, like my car breaking down. I'm losing my car, and then I had to, deal with my dad's friend, and he charged me like $3,900. I had all that stuff going in the back of my head, and I was upset, and I just wanted to go to the movies and be entertained, right? Like I wanted to go have like a couple beers with my friend and just go see these monsters tear it up on the screen and not worry about anything. I just wanted to have fun and watch this. And unfortunately, I couldn't enjoy that because the plot was so damn bad. As bad as the plot... Okay, look, Pacific Rim. I'm not talking about Uprising. That movie was a piece of fucking horse shit, right? Again, bad plot. But Pacific Rim, right? Very, very simple plot. Fantastic movie. Right? Like it's not going to win no Academy Awards for best script, best performance, right? It's not that type of movie. But you have these giant robots fighting these giant monsters, but the story is at least competent. Okay? It's like Godzilla did not have a competent story. It was like they went to a kindergarten room and told one student, okay, you start a story, and then just start passing it to the rest of your teammates or classmates, and then just let them start off where you left off. You ever had that in school when your teacher's like, okay, everybody get in groups of like 5, and you write a paragraph, and then you pass it to your neighbor, and then they write a paragraph continuing your story, and then when you get it back, you're like, what the fuck happened to my story? That was Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It's like the scriptwriters just kept hanging around to a bunch of kindergartners, and they're like, well, we're going to save the Earth by waking up the Titans, destroy the Earth, and Kyle Chandler is completely just a waste of time. Like, what the hell is going on with this movie? How hard? I can literally come up with a scenario, I can come up with a plot for a Godzilla movie in 5 seconds that makes more sense than that. What's so hard of, maybe an earthquake accidentally woke up King Ghidorah, and he's wreaking havoc, and then when humanity is on his last stand and it looks like all hope is gone, here comes Godzilla to save the day. Holy buckets of bullshit. Look how simple that was to do. There was no, let's wake up all these fucking Titans and then see them fight and destroy the Earth to make the Earth a better place. What kind of horse shit is that? What kind of horse shit comes up with that shit? Look, Kong Skull Island is hands down the best film in this monster universe. Again, it's not winning no Academy Awards for script or acting, but it at least was fun. I knew what I was getting. They had a lot of big actors in there. You had Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson. Wasn't John Goodman in there? Well, you had these great actors in there. What happened? They went over to Kong Skull Island. They crashed. They got to get off the damn thing. Cameron comes in with a super chat. Thank you, Cameron. And they got to get off the island. And meanwhile, there's these giant monsters, and Kong fights the monsters. Simple plot. Guess what? Makes sense. Is it going to win an Oscar? Absolutely not. As much as I give Godzilla of 2014 shit, I will never give that movie shit again. Because at least the plot made fucking sense. You know, sure, every time Godzilla popped off, they completely moved the camera away from like, oh, you're not seeing Godzilla, we're going to cock block you. Sure, that happened. But at least the story was coherent, right? Like, as much as, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I was the one always ragging on this movie. I've always said Godzilla 2014 died the moment Bryan Cranston died in that movie. Like, you had something with Bryan Cranston. You cared about that character. Once he died, the whole movie died. But you know what? Looking back at it now, after seeing Godzilla King of Flops, you know, at least 2014 had great cinematography, great directing by Gareth Edwards, great acting by Bryan Cranston, by Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Ken Watanabe. You know, you had these characters. Ken Watanabe, man, why was he even in this movie? He was completely a waste. You had Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, which was she was completely wasted in this movie. The only reason why she was even relevant in this movie because she's Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. That you could have put any actress in that role, and the role is irrelevant. The only reason why we even that's why I'm trying to debate with Adam. And I was like, well, I really like Millie Bobby Brown. And I said to him on camera, I'm like, well, did you like her character or did you like her because it was Millie Bobby Brown? You know? And he's like, well, I liked her because I liked her character. And I think he's entitled to his opinion. I'm not going to say he's wrong. I just think that's bull, in my opinion, because she had no character. We just liked her because it was Millie Bobby Brown. There was another movie of that that had that same example. And who was it? The Greatest Showman, right? Everybody liked The Greatest Showman. Greatest Showman had some great performances in it, but I think overall the movie wasn't good because they're taking this villain, you know, that Hugh Jackman plays, and then they're glorifying him, right? They're glorifying him, right? Making him like this whole thing. Right? Like they took Hugh Jackman's character and they glorified him, and he's a villain. He's a bad person. And I kept telling everybody, like, if he wasn't played by Hugh Jackman, would you care? Because he's a dick, right? He takes all these people who has all these disformed people, like midgets and overweight people, the women with beard. He takes all these misfits, and he uses them to make an empire. And then when he's in the spotlight, he doesn't want them around. He's ashamed of them, right? That's a horrible thing to do. But we love the movie because it's Hugh Jackman, right? We love Millie Bobby Brown and Godzilla because it's Millie Bobby Brown. But the characters suck. So, Godzilla King of the Monsters was a huge, huge letdown for me. Right, I went in telling Adam, like, bro, as long as we see monsters throw down, I don't care what the plot is. And then when I seen the plot, I was like, holy shit. You were telling me they couldn't come up with anything better than that? Anything better than that? Tywin Lannister had a better performance when he died on the toilet than he did in that damn movie. Ken Watanabe was wasted. The one chick was completely wasted. The one from The Shape of Water. All right, man, I'm out. Take care. I'll listen to the chat tomorrow on the way to work. All right, Chris, man, later. Hey, guys, be sure to go over to CGH's one channel and hit that subscribe button for him. But yeah, I was huge letdown to that movie just because I thought the script was awful. It just didn't work on any level. You can take a Godzilla movie and have straight fighting with monsters and still have a script that works. It's possible, but they didn't go that route. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know. But I just thought it was funny how people thought that I was personally attacking them, you know, in that video. And I don't personally attack people. Right? I don't try to personally attack people. I attack things. What I like to do is I come up with topics and I talk about the topics. Like the way I talk about it is, you know, Godzilla, king of the flops, right? That is the topic. And I talk to you, the viewer, as if you were in the same room with me. I'm giving my perspective, and then I want you guys to give me your perspective back in the comments. But people are like, they either read the title and automatically leave a comment, or they don't, they don't watch it at all and automatically leave a comment. But yeah, it's iffy. It's iffy. So, but it's crazy, man. Man, I guess the ibuprofen kicked in because I don't feel nothing, man. Whew. Feel nothing. I'll tell you what, though. I am very, very tired, though. Very, very tired. Plan to be streaming again tomorrow. And then Adam's coming over on Thursday. We're going to go see Dark Phoenix. And we're going to do another live review on that. But, I don't even remember. Like I said, oh yeah, the embargo lifts at 1 for X-Men, so I'll probably do a video on that tomorrow. I got to run out and do a couple errands, but other than that, and then somehow try to figure out how I'm going to come up with $2,900 to pay this fucking car off. Oh, also, God, while I got you here, once again, I just want to remind you guys that I have a P.O. Box now. It's P.O. Box 1447, Winter Haven, Florida. 33882. You guys all asked me to get a P.O. box, and I did. I went out and got a P.O. box a couple weeks ago before I went into this whole trouble with the car. So you guys can send me fan mail. If you guys have something you want me to review, I'll be more than happy to open it up, review it on the channel. So once again, that is P.O. Box 1447, Winter Haven, Florida, 33882. So yeah, just a lot of you guys wanted me to go ahead and get a P.O. box, and I did. I rented one out for 6 months. If I get a lot of feedback, like a lot of people sending stuff, fan mail, letters and stuff, then I will extend it for the year. Just right now, I just got the 6 month just to see how it goes. So I might go check it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll go check it tomorrow, or I'll wait till Thursday. I haven't decided yet. But yeah. So. I mean, it is what it is, guys. It really is. But, yeah, there's actually a lot of news going on right now between the whole embargo lifting, the whole Star Wars Aquaman dates going on, the Batman trilogy apparently not being connected to the DCEU. There's actually a lot of news going on right now. So I got to figure out what video topic I want to do tomorrow. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. So I'm going to take a few more questions, and then I'm going to end it for the night, and then I'm going to go relax and probably just lay in bed. I don't want to strain my throat too much now that it's starting to feel better. So I'll take a few more questions if you guys have any, and then I will call it a night. Oh, Boonda, Ricardo, what's up? Genki, Mary Sue, Harloff, whining was great. Harloff wasn't whining. I have Harloff's back 150% on that. 150% I have Harloff's back on that one, man. First of all, whether Harloff was right about not getting an invite, okay, maybe Harloff wasn't right about that because it wasn't Disney Pictures sending it. It was the Disney Parks that sent it. And Haley went with the other girl. So maybe he was off about that. But Thad Williams coming on air and basically just talking shit to Christian, that is bullshit. No way he's going, oh no, you're going to talk about this shit in the air. And Christian's like, I'm not talking about it. He's like, I'm a producer and you're not a producer. Like, not only was that hard to watch, but I wish Harloff would have got up, went outside and smacked the fucking shit out of Thad Williams. Because Thad Williams is a fuck... Look, I don't know Thad Williams personally. I only met Christian Harloff once. But, Christian seems like a good guy. Christian, look, this is what I'm trying to explain in my video, right? They're Star Wars Jedi Council, right? They've been doing it for 5 years. Jedi Council. I take what Christian and Ken Napzok takes, I take what they say very, very to heart. Right, like when they went out and they did the Void experience, the Star Wars Shadow Empire, whatever the hell that shit was called. At the Void where they go in that VR experience, and Christian's like, you gotta do this, man. You can smell the smoke and fire from Mustafar. It's a great experience. I was like, it was Secret Empire on the Void. I was like, holy shit, I gotta try this. And I looked it up and was like, oh, there's a Void in Orlando. So I went, I did it, and it's fucking amazing, right? It's fucking awesome. You got Sam Witwerth in there voicing it. It's canon. So that is something I never would have done if it wasn't for Christian and Ken covering it on their show. So yeah, I kind of want to go to Galaxy's Edge, but I want to know what Star Wars. I don't care what Haley has to say. I don't care what Haley had to do. I don't care if Haley had a fucking pork sandwich at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Okay, I want to know what the Star Wars fans think. I want to know what Ken Napzok thinks. You know why? Because Ken will be like, hey guys, guess what? I had some jet fuel at Galaxy's Edge. I had some Tanqueray wine from Galaxy's Edge. You know what? Because you guys don't know what none of that means. I do. I read Star Wars books. I know what Tanqueray wine is. That's wine from Alderaan. Very hard to get wine now because Alderaan's blown the fuck up, right? But I want that's stuff that like Christian and Ken would know because they're Star Wars fans, which would get me excited to go. Like, man, you're telling me I can go get some fucking Tanqueray? Like, hell fucking yeah, I'll be right there. You know? So that's what I'm saying. That's why I think they needed to cover it. Whether or not he was right about getting in there, technically he wasn't because he didn't get the invite because it was the parks doing it. But Thad Williams had no right to get on air. That was very unprofessional. And if I was Christian Harloff, I would have ninja kicked his ass all the way back to fucking Canada. I don't even know if he's from Canada, but I would kick his ass all the way back to Canada. So, yeah. Alfonso comes in with a super chat. What is up with Film God video I saw about you today? Dude, pay no attention to that twinkle toe cocksucker, man. That guy, he's a troll that has nothing better to do than take clips from my old videos back on my old channel, clip them up, take them out of context, and make a video about it. You guys know I love doing skits. You guys know I love doing comedy and humor and stuff, right? So he takes those videos and he took all the parts out and he put together to try to prove some point. I don't know. I don't know. Just don't pay that guy no attention. Really, I try to get that video taken down. Apparently YouTube don't care, so I don't care. Just whatever. Just, yeah. Valhalla comes in. Hey, Valhalla, I haven't seen you all day, my friend. First of all, welcome back. Thank you very much. Throat's getting a little... Secondly, have you checked out the video of Campbell calling out the fanboys for creating a petition to bring back Tony Stark? Yes, he has earned my respect in that regard. Campbell always has my respect. You want to talk about a nice dude. Campbell is a nice dude. I remember seeing him at Star Wars Celebration Orlando. I went up, shook his hand. I was like, hey, man, I've been following you from way back. I'm like, and he's super nice, man. Like, the way he presents himself on screen is the way he presents himself in real life. And that's a rare thing. That is a rare thing. I've met celebrities, I've met wrestlers, I've met all kinds of people in real life that I'm big fans of. And then when you meet them, they're complete opposite of the way you think they would be. Campia was when I talked to him and I met him and I shook his hand, he was the same guy you see on screen that you see in real life. Like he's a class act. He's a really awesome guy. But I watched this video today he did about the whole petition thing, and I think Campia is sort of like me, whereas we're just tired of the petitions. We're just tired of like it's like, oh, I have no hair. Let me sign a petition to get my hair back. You know, it's like when do we stop, man? When do we stop? Why are there petitions for everything in our mama? You know, and Campbell bring up the best part. It was like Campbell did leave out one detail that I want to hit up. Right, was these fans wanted to sign a petition because Tony didn't get rewarded for his sacrifice. You know, his character should be rewarded, right? And Campbell's like, you can't be rewarded because he sacrificed himself. He sacrificed his reward. He sacrificed his life to save everybody. That's what the word sacrifice means. Like Campea had me laughing. It was the few times this week I actually laughed, and Campea did a good job laughing. But the one thing Campea had missed out that these stupid fans signing a petition don't realize is they make it sound like it was just Marvel and Disney going, yeah, we don't want Iron Man around no more, and they killed him off. They did. These people, like, even they get 23 million people to sign it. If Robert Downey Jr. don't want to come back, they're not going to bring him back. That's what people don't understand. You can sign a petition to bring characters back all day long. The actors who are playing those characters don't want to come back. I mean, Chris Evans don't want to play Captain America no more. He wants to go and direct his own movies. Robert Downey Jr. has been there for a very long time. He wants to go do other things. So they can sign a petition to bring a character back, a fictional character back who died in a fictional way. This is a fictional thing, right? They want a petition to bring these fictional characters back, but the actors who play said fictional characters don't want to come back. So why are you like? These petitions are stupid. I've been telling everybody, you can sign petitions to save the rainforest, stop world hunger, stop animal cruelty and child abuse, fight for women's rights or LGBT rights. You can sign petitions for all that. But we're going to spend our efforts signing petitions on bringing Tony Stark back from life, redoing Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and sign a petition to reshoot all of Season 8 of Game of Thrones. And none of that is in the realm of possibility. Can you imagine if we took our energy, our collective energy, and used it for good instead of stupidity? The world would be a better place. We're chopping down trees left and right for Starbucks, for 7-Elevens. But we're signing petitions. 23,000 people are signing petitions to bring Tony Stark back. This is the world we live in, guys. This is the world of stupidity that we live in. Thank you so much, Valhalla, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm going to take a couple more if you guys have them. Otherwise, I'm going to end it for the night. I'm starting to cough a little bit, which means I'm starting to get worn down a little bit. But hopefully tomorrow night I'll be back live streaming. Hopefully I'll be much better tomorrow night. I'm hoping. Crossing my fingers, hoping. But once again, before I go, I'm going to get ready to end here in a minute. You guys can check out my P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 1447, Winter Haven, Florida, 33882. That's, once again, P.O. Box 1447, Winter Haven, Florida, 33882. And with that, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I thank each and every one of you guys for all your support helping me out through the we got a super chat that just came in from Valhalla. Fanboys who make pointless petitions need to grow up and get a life. I 100% agree with you, Valhalla. 150% agree with you. These are people that have no... I honestly think the people that do these petitions, not everybody, there are some petitions worth doing, but I think these people that do these type of petitions, they sort of live in a non-reality, right? Like, I make the joke that they live with their mom. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But they had no sense of the real world, reality. The world is a scary place. There's a lot of bad things happening in the world. And to worry about something so petty as a fictional character died in a story that it just makes no sense. I don't get it, Valhalla. It doesn't make no sense. But once again, guys, I want to call it a night. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for all your support with the donations helping me out with the car. That helps me out immensely. Thank you so very much. Thank you guys for all your kind words, and hope to see you guys back tomorrow during the live discussion. A lot to talk about tomorrow, guys. A lot of stuff to talk about. So until then, guys, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.